Hello everyone, this is ATFS SAS. I'm in Falcon 4 Allied Force Dogfight. I'm doing a training mission for I'm doing this dogfight for training purposes, and in this video series I am going to explore an aggressive turning fight option. So here I am flying straight and level against a Ace Pilot in Falcon 4. So what I want to do in this series is show you how to fight aggressively. So when I turn around my jet, I'm going to go up 5 degrees and then down 5 degrees on the incoming side to execute a very tight turn, and I'm going to keep my speed up always. So again, I am flying straight and level here. The bogey's on my 6. And at this point, I want to cut my throttle while turning, go over, advance my throttle again, stay at 450, and come back around again. So here I am doing a very nice turn without losing speed or that much altitude, and I'm coming back around again on the bogey. So here the bogey is climbing. I'm at 450 knots. Bogey is seriously climbing hard. Here I am doing a loop, a high loop. The bogey is already descending, so I'm going to use that speed that I have to descend even further on the bogey. And at this point, you can see that I'm already in very good position on him. I'm going to do a level turn here, and then once he gets up to level, I will raid on him. So here's my level turn. I'm at 400 knots, and I'm going to start raiding really hard on the bogey. So here I am coming around on him. 400 knots. I'm inside of this turn. I'm 400 knots. I am in really good position. I'm going to do a smaller turn here, tighter turn here. Still coming around, still at 400 knots. And now I'm just going to rate around because I'm in a really good position. So here we go. I'm going to do the same turn I did before, which is an elevated turn, slowing down, coming back around under the bogey, accelerating on the downward slope, and getting my position here. At this point I know I'm slow, so I'm going to use lead pursuit to make up the distance rather than speed to make up the distance. And then I'm going to fly very shallow here in order to make up my speed. But as you can see right now, I am in really good position.
Locked.
What are the bogey's option at this point is hope that he has enough ground clearance to make a turn, which he doesn't. You can see that he had to shuffle his wings around right there. And now I'm just waiting for him. Waiting, and he's hoping that I make a mistake. But I'm just being patient and waiting in front of him. Afterburners back on to keep my distance. He's still trying to flip over. Do you see that? The ground is where the ground is. And he realizes he doesn't have the clearance. So I'm just going to slow down and take him out now. There we go. Hope that helps. We're going to try to do that again. So just to be clear, this is ATFS SAS in Falcon 4 Allied Force working on some aggressive energy fighting. So the trick is to stay above speed. I'm going to elevate to help me slow down faster. I'm going to rotate, and once my nose is coming down, I'm going to re-engage my afterburners, and then I'm going to keep raiding within the green so my speed doesn't drop. This allows me to turn really fast against a bogey without losing speed and without allowing the bogey to raid around on my 6. And it kind of messes up the whole circle aspect. So here I am slowing down once again, coming over, re-engaging my afterburners, and coming back around on the bogey. I'm at 12,000 feet, so my altitude is really good. I'm at 400-500 knots. I'm going to make a level turn here. Here's the bogey. If I could make a level turn, the idea with the level turn is if I could make a level turn and still be at 500 knots without descending, as the bogey has to do, then I have the advantage. So here I am at 400 knots looping around, and now the bogey has to burn whatever speed he has to come up, because I'm obviously above him at this point. So I'm gonna keep climbing to stay above the bogey, keeping 400 knots, and I know this guy is definitely not at 400 knots. So he is flipping over, I think. He's trying to come around. I can see his nose. He's turning really hard, but to no avail. So I'm gonna start slowing down so I could rate a little better or do a smaller circle. I'm at 400 now. This seems to be a good spot to be. 400 knots here. And then I'm gonna be more aggressive on my turns. So I'm waiting to get back to 400. Waiting. Now I'm pulling back. Waiting, pulling back. And I think the bogey is definitely slowing down at this point. I'm rating on him really good, and at this point I'm going to make that aggressive turn we talked about before, where I start gaining altitude, using my altitude to translate into speed, and now I'm coming back around on the bogey. Now I'm descending. You can see my speed is around 400 knots. I'm descending, waiting, and I'm going to do that one more time, which is an ascending turn, 300 knots, coming back down on the bogey, around and down, lag pursuit. There we go. And now, I overdid it with my pitch, because now I should be rating around, and I'm really not in position to be rating. So that was a mistake on my part. We're going to do that again. So here we are, rating. This is the position I should have been in 5 seconds ago, rating like this. But because I let my speed get away from me, or my energy get away from me, I'm having this problem. Not really a problem, because I'm still not in a defensive position, I'm still in an attacking position. So here I am rating around, and now I'm going to do that move again, which is a little bit of a altitude gainer, and then coming back around, rating around to use my speed to rate around on the bogey. And as you can see, the bogey is now doing the same thing, gaining altitude and then coming back down to use speed. And this is where we get it, because now he could only go up to 3,000, which is not enough room for him to fully do a loop. So the ground limits what he could do, and now he has to do the whole process over again. So because of that, I have him in my sights, and I could take him out. So one slight mistake, but not enough to cause me any major problem. I'm hoping you guys are getting the point to this aggressive speed maneuver. So I'm going to try to do it one more time, and a little quickly. Oh, what was that? Okay, so here we go. 400 knots. We're staying on 400 knots. This time the bogey did a lower turn, so I'm guessing he's also at 400 knots. So there's no speed advantage at this point. Just coming around. First circle turn. We're going to do another pass here. A little bit nose to nose. I'm going to pull around. Then I'm going to angle upwards. Here I am climbing clearly. My hands are off the stick. I'm not pulling at all. I'm simply climbing and climbing. And I'm steady at 400 knots. My wings are tilted just by gravity. And here I am, now pulling on the stick and coming back around. Put my lift line on the bogey. And I'm gonna rate around. My nose is down, 400 knots, and coming around. This is really good. So here I am now, roughly 500 knots, being able to pull all the way around, almost inverted, and really not lose much speed at all. Let's see how low my speed goes on this entire loop. 300, just under 300. before my nose starts going down and I'm already coming back around on the bogey. So that's a really fast loop. I'm going to do a way lead pursuit right now in order to cut him off at the pass. Checking my altitude at 11,000 feet. At this point, we could both do a split S, which I think is what the bogey's probably going to try to do now, because he still has the clearance, which would be a good move. You could see he's attempting it now. 12,000 feet, he's still got lots of altitude to play with, so I can't be too aggressive at this point. 10,000 feet, he's planning to make his split S move right now. He's watching. I'm not gonna overdo. I have my brakes, my throttle all the way back to idle. 7,000 feet. Now he's definitely stuck, so now I could re-engage the fight. I don't think he's got the clearance anymore. I'm gonna slow down, bring my nose around on him. Here we go. Now we're on the deck, so now I could just saddle up and take him out. Here we go, slow, nice and easy. Whoa. Whoa, how did I miss that one? Nice and easy, 200 knots, full throttle, engage, re-engage around, rotate around, here we go. Watch your speed, watch your speed, saddle up gently. It's like coming up to a tanker for fuel. Very gentle, very steady, very purposeful. Little bit of a lead pursuit. Here we go. Oh no, this is embarrassing. Are you kidding me? You are not serious right now. This guy's on my nose. I can't get a shot, a decent shot. Alright, I'm slowing down. He's in. You know what? I think I'm leading too much. And so here we are. The guy's in front of me. He's close. I'm leading way too much. Let's see. Here we go. Putting my radar lock line on him. Bingo. One more bingo. Here we go. Oh. Ooh. That was a little bit embarrassing, but again, that was some aggressive turning with speed. I hope I've shown you a couple of ways to take advantage of your speed. I've shown you a couple of mistakes that I made and how to correct them. I've highlighted some of the mistakes that the bogeys make, and I hope you've learned something while watching this series. If you have, please like the video and subscribe to the channel or leave a comment. We love comments here at ATFS, Allied Tactical Fighter Squadron. Thank you for watching.